To start doing a roll pan on the Blazer. I went with fiberglass, so I wouldn't have to get the sides painted, because with the metal ones you have to kind of weld them in, you know, and fill it all in and have it all painted. Anyway, I went with the fiberglass ones. I'm going to get them test fitted today. Cut the frame. I think you got to cut the frame 2 3/4. But come on, let's get going. Bear with me on the fan noise. It's hot. I got the fan running, so you might hear some background noise. All right, I went ahead and started with the passenger side. It's the easiest one. It's like there's 4 bolts that hang down. Take the nuts off, and you got to take the one off the bottom that has the brace on it. This side's gonna be a little harder. It's got the evaporator. I think that's what it's called, evaporator. Anyway, to get to the 10 millimeters, that's what size the bolts are. Anyway, I started with the passenger side, got it off, 4 bolts hanging down on the top side, 10 millimeter. Got the driver's side off. Driver's side, passenger side, 4 studs hanging down, 10 millimeter bolts on them, nuts on the bolts. You got 1 for your bracket, your brace on the bottom, holds it, you know, from wobbling. Take that one loose first on the bottom, then you can bow it out a little bit and get your top ones a lot easier. You got this evaporator on this side, which makes it kind of hard to get to those, but once you bow it out, you got plenty of room. All right, next step, removing back bumper. All right, 4 18 millimeter nuts on each side of the bumper. Then you got to push the bolts out. You don't have to hold the back side the way they're made together. They got a little clip between them that holds them both in there, keeps them rotating. So you just take the nuts off and then you pop them back out the other way. Look like that. They don't rotate. When you take the nuts off, that's good design. All right, got all the parts removed and got all my mess kind of picked up. I got to back it out there. I'm gonna clean it off. That's what we're looking at. The studs right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's the evaporator. I'm gonna pressure wash all that off before I start back on it. We'll go from there. Probably gonna have to do something on that tailpipe. I imagine it's gonna be hanging down weird. That's where we're at. Let's get things moved around. Rinsed off. Got it rinsed off. That's what we're looking at now with it rinsed off. Studs hanging down. Anyway, supposed to cut, I read 3 inches off the frame, but I think about 2 3/4 inches off the frame, which is going to be on this side of that rivet right there, that factory rivet. So I'm going to cut it right across there, off straight down, and then the old spare tire mount, which I'm not going to be running the spare tire no more. Once I get that cut off, get ready to start test fitting. Also, for any cutting, you want to make sure you get all your wires for your tag lights off the back back here, because they got them little plastic clips holding them on here. We'll get that out of the way and then get some more of this spare tire stuff out of the way. You always want to wear safety glasses when you're doing this, but I couldn't find mine, so here I am with the full shield on. Better than getting metal in the eye. Get started. Alright, got that back brace out of the way, cut off, and yes, them cuts are about as straight as the Olympics are this year, if you know what I mean. Anyway. Between raining cats and dogs and that fan over there running, I didn't get to film a whole lot of that after I started working, but got it back together temporarily. I'm just getting it fitted, and we're eventually gonna have it all painted, but for now we're just getting it fitted up. But I'll show you all a few things I did and what I used. That's what it looks like. It's pretty good. You know, we all know these fiberglass parts aren't the best. Don't always fit the best, but it ain't bad. Open the gate up. Gotta watch down there for clearance. Plenty of clearance underneath there. Looks tight. Looks tight, but it's good. Anyway, I'll tell you what I did on these side panels. Up here where it connects to the body, you got them 4 bolts hanging down on your factory piece here. Right there and right there were rivets holding on some metal. Metal piece. Anyway, that piece I used on top of these underneath here to kind of protect the fiberglass when I put the nuts to hold it on there. I still got to do it with that exhaust. I just cut it off a little bit so it wouldn't be sticking out so far. But I used one of these. I used one of these deals from Harbor Freight. That rivet nut setter kit. It sets like a rivet in there, but it's got threads on it. It's got threads on it. And what I did was took 2 M8 fender bolts from S10 I put up here underneath. Help hold that part up. I still got to brace it. I'm gonna build some brackets that hang down on the sides and hang down in the middle of that row pan where it don't flop in the wind. But that's how it looks. I'll put some pictures up of it so you can see a still shot, how it looks from the back, and go from there. A little more details. I can do some more videos once I get it painted and get it put back on again. I'm gonna leave it like this for a little bit though. There it is for now. That's where I'm having to leave off. I didn't get to film a bunch of it, raining, and then I had the fan running, being so dang hot. Couldn't hear nothing. But that's the fitment. It ain't horrible, but it ain't the best. You know, we know these fiberglass products any of this cheap stuff, it's not the best fitment. For 150 bucks, I figured I'd give it a try, see how it turns out. It don't look too bad. I still got to put a few bolts in the fenders here, and on the back, I think I'm gonna build some bracing back underneath here for each side, and then in the middle of the row pan, I'm gonna build a couple of braces that come down, kind of help sturdy it all up. But you got to, I took that metal piece, which you've seen in the video, cut it down to where it would stay on these 4 bolts here, or on these 3 bolts. Cut it down to fit there, and then I put 2 on each side of the row pan. And I'm probably going to go back when I get it painted. I'm going to get some metal and glue it in there and sandwich it together like that, the row pan and the side pieces when I bolt them together. A little more protection with that flat piece, you know, spreads the load out instead of right against the fiberglass. But that's how it looks. We're going to run it for a little while before we get it painted. We're going to have the hatch painted back there, the tailgate, whatever you want to call it. When we have it painted, if we like this, we're going to go ahead and have it painted too, kind of match. But that's it on the Blazer so far. Got about a 4/4 drop, 2-inch coil or 2-inch spindle, 2-inch coil, 3-inch spring, 1-inch block, 22 by 8.5. What are we running on the tire? I think it's a 265/30/22 on the tire size. You had to cut 2 and about 3/4 off the back of the frame. There's 2 factory rivets right in front of the, or right behind the body mounts, and you cut right on between the body mounts and them 2 factory rivets, the closest one to the body mount. You'll cut between it and the body mount off. And then there's a tire brace for the factory spare, goes across there. You have to cut it off also, which is about in the middle of the row pan. But I don't know, the fitment's not perfect, but it ain't terrible. It'll work for what we're gonna do for this ride. You know, a cruiser and a bump around in it, kind of get them L7s and 15s hammered. But I also put a MechMan 400 amp alternator on it too recently with the X Pro, no, let me get this right. XS Pro, XS Power battery. Yeah, that's right, XS Power. That's where we're at. And that's how it looks. I like it. Kind of chops the back off, makes it look a little smoother. Back again. I just want to let y'all know, I may not be the best at explaining everything or best at showing how I did it or how it's done. This recording's all new to me. This is all new. I'm just trying to get it started and get going. Maybe help somebody that's got a question on an S10 or a Blazer or a mini truck. Hell, I may start buying a mini truck here and there and just fixing them up and flipping them. Kind of a mini truck channel. I just want to give y'all an update. It ain't 100%, but you know, it's only a couple bolts or nuts here and there, and I'm gonna build some braces. Once I put them braces in, then it'll be more like ready to cruise. So for now, that's kind of where I'm at, and just want to let y'all know I'm just trying to help. Any S10 questions or any lowering questions, anything. I've had a lot of different kind of mini trucks over the years, but just want to kind of put it out there. Anybody's got questions or anything, you know, it helps if you can find information on how they did it or what they used to do it, any of that stuff. Thank y'all, and come back and check out the next one. Peace.